Welcome back, guys. So here is my recipe for apple pie. I'm using 5. I usually like to use 5 to 6 apples. I have a mix of Granny Smith and Fuji. You can use whatever mix you like. I either cut these in chunks or I slice them into 16 slices because I have a 16 slice core and slicer. So I'm going to just go ahead. I peeled my apples. I'm going to core and slice them, and then we'll get to seasoning them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Welcome if you are new to this channel. So I have added half a cup of sugar. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of flour. I will squeeze in the juice of half of a small lemon, and then I'll season with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half teaspoon of nutmeg, half teaspoon of allspice, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. If you like, you can add vanilla to this. I do sometimes. So I mixed that in really nicely, and I set it aside while I prepared my crust. I bought these pie crust rolling bags. I think that's what they're called. I'm using it for the first time today, so we'll see how that works out. So yeah, I just rolled out my dough. It worked out nicely. I'm going to lift that up and drop it into my pie. What is it, guys? Plate. I lightly oiled and floured that just so there's no sticking. And I'm just going to sit the crust in there and make sure that there are no air pockets. And then I'll fold the dough over onto itself or under onto itself. Again, I'm not a baker, so I'm not making this really fancy. I'm just going to set that back into the refrigerator while I prepare the other crust. And then I filled up my pie plate and I'm covering it with the other crust. I will trim off the overhang and try to crimp this shut. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to cut slits onto the top so that I can let the steam out. And then I bought these leaf cutters, and I'm just going to use that to try to make this a little prettier. I just brushed some milk on the edges, and I'm sticking the leaf cutouts onto the edge. All done. I'm ready to put this in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes and then 375 for the rest of the time, which was about 50 to 55 minutes. I forgot to tell you, if you have a pie shield, put that over your crust if it starts to get too brown, or just use some foil. And there you have it. Our pie is ready. I did not get to cut a piece for you because some people in my family took the whole pie. But I did make a second one with a lattice crust and a braid and some leaf cutouts. And there you have it. I will see you next time.